weekly Dama news is coming at you live again. Stoked for this one. It's going to be a good one because we have a little special MC, guest MC, I should say, for this one. But hey, let's hit it off with the usual. Day is, what is this? Sunday, April 17th? I don't even know what day it is. Kat, you remember what day it is? 17th. People have told me that it's been Easter. Easter is coming around the corner, or it is right now. Living in another country that doesn't celebrate many of the common holidays that America does, you totally forget about all of those holidays that kind of just kind of roll off the shoulder of or even the mind of being like something that is very special. So anyways, so Ryan from Kendama, our usual MC, is going to be sitting this one out, because of the holidays. There's a lot of people, I think, who are wanting to go into, having a lot of yearly things, not yearly, or what's the word I'm looking for? An annual like event that they do for these holidays. And of course, depending on your religion, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. But we're going to be talking about Kendama, all right? And what happened within this week. So we have a wonderful guest going to be joining us today. Kendama USA's Ryan, the Jubaka, aka, okay, he's going to be joining us, a guy who's been within the Kendama community for a very, very, very long time. Possibly even before I have, I don't know, but he lives in the heart of Kendama USA over in Georgia, in Atlanta. So it's going to be cool to have him on and share his insight of just what's happening within the world. Of course, we'll be having some good insight. Kat, you got stuck on my pants? Okay. Insight within the Kendama USA news, but also, his 2 cents on what's happening with other companies too. Cause hey, why not? It's a friendly competition. We're all here to hang out and just play ball and cup. So Jubaka, come and join, how can I request this dude? Bop, invite. And yeah, so there was a good amount of stuff that happened. There he is, the man.
So
what is up? What is up?
What's up, man? What's good, bro?
How you doing, Ryan? Good. It's been such a
good.
long time. We've been chatting here and there, every once in a while on IG, but first time we met was 2019?
2019 at World Cup. We just got to have a little brief convo. And fun fact, we found out we're both from the same state.
Yeah, dude. Crazy.
I know.
crazy.
I always find that really cool.
It is, it's a weird kind of strange kind of thing, when you find out that someone else has like shares the same like birthday month as you or something. Yeah. It's that kind of connection.
There's so many people in the Kendama world that in the local area too, that just we all share the same birthday month and everything. Like Matt Dakota is a day before me. Charles, he's a week before me. And Anna is in the same month. And it's crazy, man, how we're just all connected like that.
Nice. All right, everyone. So we're going to be hitting it off. Drop some questions in the question tool. If we have time towards the end, we're usually here sessioning for about an hour talking about the news and riff-raffing and shit. So drop a question if you have one, especially, we got a special MC guest right here for this one. So if you have a question for him, we might get to it depending on, again, the time. It is the PM. It's 11 PM for me right now. Everyone's sleeping. So everyone, it should be a good quiet sesh for me over here. So, I got a bunch of rounded up a few stories from what we've seen on Instagram. And one of the first ones I kind of want to kick off because it is a one that we have talked about in the past when it was first announced, a brand kind of new event called the Kendemic. This was an event that was supposed to happen, I think, a year ago. But of course, with the how the world is right now, it was pushed back. And it is now seems like it is happening this year, Nashville, Tennessee, July 17th to 14th to the 17th of this year. Just to everyone know, hit those hearts or whatever that thing is. Do you guys know about the Kendemic? Because there are not so many people who follow right? Only 102 people follow this account, okay? There's only 5 posts, so it kind of looks like it's like kind of sleeping, right? A little dormant.
Yeah, I'd say that's like more of like a local Southeastern scene. Like us Southeasterns, like we talk about it, and so like there's plans of like I'm planning on going out there. So it's
nice.
Anything that happens in the Southeast, we all really do try to like go and meet up and like hang out and just support each other in that sense.
Yeah, exactly. And that's such a great thing, I think, that it can help, again, more of the community around your area. If you can, like, join sessions from even other states, it could be a haul, but if you can gather a few of your friends and carpool it out there, that'd be so sweet. But this whole thing, the idea of it, the Kendemic was, what was it, like? Dude always mentioned
Grizz.
It is something. It's like a scavenger hunt. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I just thought it was a jam. Okay. that's my bad.
No, it's not a jam, dude. You have to put some cash down, because what is happening is he's going to create this objective booklet for the scavenger hunt. Everyone has teams. There's 4 people in a team. It's $40 to enter. So you can split that, $10 a head. Okay. You are allowed a 5th member, but they have to be a filmer only. They can't do anything within this objective that they need to do.
I love that. I think that's so sick, because that reminds me of like just old scavenger hunt days. Like you just meet up with folks and just like, all right, you got to go, like, here's a list of like wacky things to do, and like just go do it. And like, I love that actually. Okay. I thought it was just a meetup like in the middle of the pandemic. I didn't realize it was that. Wow, I'm slacking hard.
Yeah. So maybe a lot of other people are kind of have the same knowledge that you do, where it's like, oh, cool event, like let's be there. It's going to be cool and stuff. But I feel like maybe, what was his name? Grizz from the Kendemic could do a little more to spread the word. I think I'm sure he's trying. I'm sure he's busy and stuff. It seems like he's been having this idea, putting it together for a while, and hopefully more people will get on it. That's why I wanted to share this again for this one, because it is
absolutely
kind of coming up, guys. And again, the idea of it is pretty sweet. There you go, Kendama. Thanks, Rylan. King of the Road style. Kendama, right? King of the Road, which I actually don't know what that is about, but I'm guessing it's a scavenger hunt type of jam where you get a gang of people, you take a filmer, you have to figure out all these things that you need to do, and of course, it's going to be Kendama themed. So there must be like get however many people to first spike. That's going to be in there.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the King of the Road, because like that also used to be called like a search and destroy, and like you would find a spot and then you have to like each land like 2 or 3 tricks and like destroy it, kind of thing. So like King of the Road, they did a really good job, and I remember Sweets did something during their whatchamacallit?
Camp?
During their camp. And I wanted to say retreat for some reason, but the camp, and they did something very similar to it. So it's like it's cool. It's been around for like so long, like the idea wise. So it's cool that we're kind of really making it into more relevant, I guess. Again,
right. Or as well as someone taking it and pretty much in their community of people playing Kendama and making it a full-on event kind of activity that everyone can take part in. So it's like, all right. So each team will have 48 hours to film as many tasks given in the booklet and submit a raw edit, meaning no music, of each completed objective. Well, that's good, because that's just going to add so much more time. If you want to edit and put all that shit in there, come on, no way.
And can let the funny stuff slide too. Like you're just like, whoa, can't believe that just happened. So it just doesn't look like all cookie clean cut, like an edit. So like it makes it like way more. It kind of reminds me of like, this is like a super throwback of the Viva La Bam scavenger hunt that they did. They had like a giant one, and a lot of it, there's like an uncut one where it's just like uncut, you get to see everything, and that's kind of the fun part of it, because you'd be like, maybe somebody freaked out and like didn't like what you did, or it was even cooler than what an edit could make it. So pure rawness of it.
Exactly. So that's a very interesting point, because if you think about it, people who are now like going to take part in it and submitting these edits, like, is it just submitting? It doesn't say if it is just giving it to Grizz, the dude in charge, or like, will they be posting it? I remember one of those camps, either the one Sweet Sid or the one that Dave did, where they had to upload to YouTube the edit, and then so everyone can see. So this would be dope if they had that idea where it's like you're saying, like, so other people can watch and kind of feel like they're a part of that group that's going on trying to fill out those objectives.
Yeah. Oh man, I dig on that.
If that's not happening, that should happen. Even if it's like after the fact, you know, like just gather all the edits and stuff, and then later on, like, put them up so we can all see what it was like. But yeah, Judah says there's going to be a bunch of different objectives ranging from basics to completely ridiculous combos and even pranks. Each individual objective has a number of points that they're worth. Whichever team that collects the most points takes it all. There will be side prizes for chosen individuals such as MVPs, pranksters, etc. Okay, once edits are turned in, they will be reviewed, and it takes place on the third day. Each team will have a day to relax and enjoy Nashville any way they please. And the fourth day will meet to reveal all the prizes, who's winning. And that's it.
I love it. I think that sounds sick.
The only thing that I'm sad about is that it's like not everybody can join. Like, I wish this could be. Can't it be international? Can we do this online?
I think that'd be sick.
Maybe at another point, Kendemic could stay as a Kendemic. But like for me, like once I heard about this, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to do that. Like, get a gang of near my area, take part. We would just have to figure out a way to figure out like the times of uploading. It would have to be to YouTube, upload it, and then that would be like the deadline for it, just like normal video comps. But yeah, dude,
I think it'd be sick. Obviously they'll probably have to, because like, not saying that there is going to be problems, but obviously there might be some kinks that they have to work out. So like in the next like year or two, an international version would be wicked. I would love that. That'd be so sick.
That would be dope. Oh man. Okay, so everyone, if you're in the area, Nashville, Kendemic is happening July 17th. Again, 14th and 17th. Again. Check out their account for more information. There's not too much, but the dude said, DM him anything and he'll fill you in on the info. So that's so dope.
It sounds like we're going to have to get like a grande team to go then.
Hey, yeah, dude. And I think that's like the best part to see like actual squads. Like not just like, of course it's going to be cool if you can have like you and your friends go, but like squads that like people know about within the community. That's what I'm thinking. Again, like if it was international, it'd be so cool to see this kind of like rivalry head on of other team members like going at it. Who knows? Like I like imagine if some old teams like Wenatchee like just came out and like decided to take part in it. Like that'd be amazing.
The OG series, like you get like a certain amount, kind of like how they did Battle at the Barracks. At one year it was just like all newbies, but then one year it's just like all OGs, and it'd be so sick if it was just like OG squads, like Wenatchee and like the Seattle people and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Dude, oh man. Okay. So
I would watch that. I would, if it had to be like a little Patreon, like little subscription thing just to add all those together. Like make it like a big series. That'd be wicked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I would love that.
Okay, so that's the first story where we kicked it off with everyone for this week. Kendemic, go check it out.
Got me reamped now. I'm amped for it.
Amped for it. Okay, so other things we can get amped for everyone is let's hit up GT EU, a film by Tio Fiorina.
Stoked.
Very, very interesting. I did not know so much about this until the recent story that he posted, as well as the EU Kendama Champ account posted. of him explaining how this year he is hosting and he is pretty much expecting 200 plus people to join. So it's going to be a pretty massive event, and he wants to really make it great. So I'm not sure if like this whole thing was the idea from the get-go, because I believe like a year before they have been filming, a year prior they have been filming, getting ready for this GTEU video to come out. Really? Theodore is in, Ben Harold is in, and Benji's in there as well. And of course the GT squad in Europe, as well as other homies over in the EU. And he's putting it together and putting it out as not just a YouTube video, but a video that you can purchase. Why some people say it's to help him out, support him to create this event and just make it better. Because we all know like shit costs money, right?
True. It's true.
It does. Shit costs money. So if you want to have an event, like if you want to really make it stand out, if you want to put it to a place where like people within the community like take notice or news, like even local newspapers or something, like, and that's how we get the ball rolling on everything, guys.
Yeah.
So if we can all just support, very interested to see what kind of style this edit's going to be in. I don't think Tio, I've seen anything that he has done. I'm not even sure if he had a hand in his edit, his pro edit that came out. I don't remember if the credits.
I think a lot of it. I know. Obviously he probably helped film some of it. I thought Jake edit a lot of it, if I remember correctly. But also at the same time, it's a GT edit, so like there's going to be a lot of thought going into all of it. And like you've heard about like the stories of how they do like little releases, like you get the little ticket stub or something. Like they're making it into an event. It's because they take the time, they set it up and everything. So like just kind of like Jake's Fallen 50. It was worth the money buying it, because like now I can watch that little movie anywhere I want to go, because I own the physical copy. So like it's kind of like that. So like, and it helps support the players, not just like a pro mod can help support the players, but like it's another way that like we can support players, and as we should, because like they're putting in their time and effort and making all that kind of stuff. So like, you know, like we all want to be living off Kendama money at some point, and like just being able to do this for the rest of our lives. Like, you know, I don't really want to go back to a regular 9-to-5er. So like, I'm gonna support these people doing that.
And it's like that's when a lot of people think about like the heyday, or I should say like the early days of skateboarding. Like that's how it was. Like it was just a bunch of hoodlums riding on boards, and people hated them. Yeah. But then like look at what has become. Of course, it took such a long time, but it is definitely something that every kind of like sport hobby can turn into, and has turned into for a lot.
Absolutely. You know, it started with like the zines that people used to make, and like then it got into more people and like, oh, I want to do this more often. Fuck yeah, like this seems like fun. So like, you know, this is just, and like we're talking like back in the 70s, and like we're in 2022. So like, what's the new way of making a zine or something like that? Boom, right here, this edit, you know, or like Jake's edit or whatever. And like, it's just a cooler way to like just keep it going, and like encouraging people to like, hey, join in, because you can do cool shit like this. Yeah, exactly. You know? Oh, so cool, so cool. So everyone, be on the lookout at the EKU EU Kendama Champ website. I believe if you go to their account on IG, it brings you over to a web store, and you can purchase from next weekend. Looks like next weekend. Purchase the video, see what it's about. I'm interested. Go up to €250 too. And you can, it's up to you, depending on how much you want to pay for it, donate to the cause. So dope. Awesome. Love it. So that's also the artwork. I love the artwork for it too. Like, collage kind of. It's like it looks like stamps almost, like layered, but they're buildings. Because of course, Europe. If anyone's been to Europe, best architecture. Shit, I didn't even realize that. I just noticed like the not like the murderish like ransom note writing, because that's always funny to me. So I always,
okay, yeah.
But it
That's
also
true.
looks like a poster too. So like it looks like a cool modern day poster with little fun thing. I can totally see the buildings now. Okay.
Buildings.
Wow.
Europe.
But also I love the Europe. But I also love the EKC poster. If you look on their website, I don't know. It's just like, it's kind of fun and cartoony, but like, it's kind of powerful at the same time. So,
like the Smurfs.
Yes, just like the Smurfs.
You know? All right. Keeping it Europe, everyone. Happy birthday to Tokyo May TK, CEO mastermind of Crypt Kendama, and he is out there. He's turning 30, as well as, hey, you get for the weekend, today's the last day, probably 30% off orders, so go support.
Yeah,
that's what it is. This is what we should change it. Instead of saying like go cop stuff, we should start saying go support.
Yeah, go support the company.
Don't support
cop it.
Right,
you can cop something at the store. You can go cop that. Support these people though. Exactly.
So much so. It's so dope that they're doing that. It's sad though, because I jumped on and I was like trying to log in to see if it was working for the Japanese site as well. But
is it not?
It's like I can't even get on the Japanese site. I don't know what it is. Like it's like gone. I can't even find the URL anymore.
That's weird.
Okay.
So websites, man. If
your website's working, everyone, put in the code. I'm good. Okay. So, what else is happening? So talking about deals, of course, Easter's happening right now for everyone, right?
Sure.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Depending on
wrong person to talk to you about
if you
Easter.
care or not. I know, but that's one reason why I reached out to you too, dude. Because I'm like, he ain't doing shit. He can join. All right. So, Sweet's Easter sale is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I think is this turned into, is every holiday going to be like a sale day for companies?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
No matter what it is,
bro,
it's going to connect.
American commercialism. Yeah.
Yeah, right? So just save those Dama dollars for when the holiday rolls around, because there's one pretty much every month. So there might be sales happening every month. And I really like how Sweets has done just like a bundle thing instead of just like percentage off or free shipping or something.
Same.
It's really cool how that aspect of it.
I scored because I wanted to support some homies, and it's cool because like I missed the spring sale. I was just like, oh, it's a spring sale. Oh man, I'll get that in like a week or two.
Oh yes.
And like just life happened, and I was just like, fuck, I didn't get anything, but like this go around I did. So like, I got some legend mods coming my way. So I gotta support the legends.
Yes. Straight to legend mods.
Hey, that's just how it is sometimes,
and that's a great thing that is like so accepted. Just like, let's just do it. No dilly-dallying.
I'm waiting till the day that like somebody's like, we're gonna put this person on, like, doesn't matter what company, we're gonna put this person on the legends team. I'm waiting for the one person to be like, are we sure about that? Should we really do that? Really? Really think we should do that? Okay. I mean, you guys do you, boo boo. But like, I don't know.
It's gonna happen. Maybe it'll take another few years, but yeah.
I'm just waiting for the one person comment. Not just to be like, I gotta fucking have it happen, but just like, I think I'm gonna be laughing from a distance and be like, because it'd be funny.
Okay. Rolling over with more eggs, everyone. Kendama.
Yeah.
Okay, Kendama. Kendamas. No matter how you ever want to say it. Tomato. Kendamas.
I would say
They have a contest happening with eggs. Okay, and a lot of people have been speaking about eggs, Easter eggs. Why are eggs coming from like bunnies or something? Like, what's the connection? Like, no one has ever thought about it. No one's really tried to. Has that even been a Mythbuster episode? Because it could be, it should be, maybe.
They need to come back for that one episode.
So, any case, they are doing a contest where you are playing with an egg. They're being nice about it. It could be raw or cooked. It's all up to you and your imagination. Alligator, chicken, doesn't matter. Spread the word, share the post. All you have to do is, make a trick or a line using an egg. That's it. Yeah. And post it at a certain time, which is deadline, the 19th of April.
When's that? That's today's so like Tuesday.
So Tuesday, you got like not much time. All right. Make sure to post and use a proper hashtag. So go check Kendama to see what you can grab.
I think I like the idea because like there's a video that we did on Kendama USA.
Yes,
it had to be like 4 years ago or something like that. So Kenyatta and Dylan Westmoreland were in town.
Yes,
and me and Brian were like, when we just make them do stupid shit. So we were like, we got a carton of eggs and see if they can like balance and juggle them. And we had a bunch of like spare tribute Kens that we could just dick around with. And I would recommend going to go watch that edit because or video. Like it's on the YouTube page, but it's just like a fun, like goofy around video. Like this type of contest, I love. Like the old like Kenko and the Crom, like just do wacky trick ideas with stuff. I love it, man. I think it's sick.
Right, yeah. Crom was doing it for a while, I think, with their monthly comps, and they were just doing like weird stuff. They definitely had an egg one. I remember there was probably like a pen one.
The recent was cool.
The recent stringing up a Dama. I did not see who won that. I didn't see any results. I saw like a little advertisement for it, the event that's happened or the contest that was happening. And then somebody, I think it was Kendama Puke, who on his story, he's like, he shared the post and wrote himself. He's like, who's going to like win this comp with a tribute? And I was like, dude, I didn't even think about that. It doesn't say anything about like, using that tribute.
I'm in.
Right? It's already done. It's already done. And that's one reason why, at least for all my older crazy Ken games I did with Sue back in the day for the KENDERTAINMENT YouTube channel, I'm always bringing out my tributes because it's like the simplest thing. Because so many times the shit would like fall apart in some way. So we were just like, string it up. Let's go.
Also, like the old day, like where you screw in the little or the little screw so the Serato doesn't move
in the back.
Like, in the back. Yeah. Classic.
Man, not recommended, everyone.
No, don't. If you want to not ruin a Ken, but like make sure it's kind of like when you put super glue. Remember when people used to put super glue?
Yes.
Where the spike meets. Oh, it's the worst.
Yep. Bad idea.
Bad
idea. But hey, teach their own. Okay. Let's talk more Kendamas, new Kendamas. In ways connected with Kendama USA. Terra has released a bunch of new stuff. I'm not sure if everyone has seen it. Probably you have. The collaboration with the Rage Quit guys.
Yeah.
Still up in Canada. Really cool to see a Purple Heart version of the NF. What is it called? NFG?
The GFN.
GFN. Good for nothing.
Is that what it stands for?
God flippin' knows. With an N.
Nope, I'm taking it. God flippin' knows. That's the cool way of spelling it. You remember like with Z's or like change out letters? Like old school SKOOL.
Hey. So this is cool because this is actually like edit. What was it? Edition 2? I believe it says on the top. Yes, edition 2. So it's kind of cool. There's not much change, but I think the biggest thing is if you pick it up in Purple Heart, that's pretty dope.
To be honest with you, it kind of makes sense that it should have been in Purple Heart maybe in the first run. Because like how purple it is. Maybe that was their main idea from the get-go, but like I think Purple Heart kind of suits that. Like I'm looking at a photo of it right now. I'm like, yeah, that kind of looks right. That looks natural compared to maple.
Yeah, I bet they just strayed away because it's like not many people are used to maybe Purple Hearts, or price range could possibly go up, or you know, if people just don't want a heavy ass Ken.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I'm finding that every day. I'm like, who wants a heavy ass Ken?
Yeah,
but like,
not no more.
Like, I need the heaviest. I'm like, are you insane? You want a 100-gram Ken? All right. Well, I mean, like, maybe my wrists are weak, but sure, okay, He-Man.
So, sometimes, hey, if you don't care about lunars, I think people like heavy Kens.
That's
good
fair.
it's good for flow, good for throw tricks and stuff.
Agreed.
So you can also pick up, full rod mod in full purple. This is so dope because I mean that's just like epitome of Terra. Not only, you know, the homie rod, but purple hearts. Come on, and there's even purple within the Dama design too. This one looks so nice.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I still need to pick up a rod mod. I've been a terrible friend, but like, it just look like I'm in a debate right now. I'm like, purple heart or get the regular. Like, it just looks so good. Like, if somebody else does purple heart, I get a little suspicious because I'm like, that's a Terra thing. Like, why is somebody else doing purple heart? Kind of like what you're saying. Like, it's their call sign, and like, it's really cool seeing the rod one in purple heart because there's a decent amount of white on it too, so like it's still like a little bit of throwback to like the original
one. White top, white Dama, solid. Oh dude, so good. But not only, okay, so the last Rage Quit collab was in the God flipping nose. But this one you can get in the Kocho shape. Now this is super cool. I don't know how many people have picked up the Kocho and played with it. Pretty much rods, hand-turned design made over in the Hungary in the China factory. But now they're also offering cans, so that's such a dope thing that everyone can now go figure out if they enjoy this can. And like, it's hand-turned by Rod. He spent a long time trying to figure out what is a good shape, one that he enjoys, and he thinks it's a pretty good one. So here now you have the option of picking just the Ken up in maple and in bamboo. But on top of all of that, guys, they're doing a deal with extra Tamas they have in the shop. This is the coolest because maybe you're out there and maybe you're like, you have a Tama, but you're kind of worried about maybe the setup if you're concerned about weights and whatnot. Hey, check it out. You get a discount if you pick up one of the Kens and a Tama, $5 off your order. And hey, that's such a cool idea. If you got extra stuff lying around.
Yeah, and the code is Ken and Tama, please.
Yeah,
to get it off.
Of course, you got to be polite. We're talking about people in Canada. Nicest people I've
nicest
ever
people.
met. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever met a mean Canadian. Ever.
Never. Over in Japan, it's like, you know who the Canadians are because they're so nice.
Picking up old ladies walking across the street.
Keeping doors open. So polite. Okay.
So polite. Love it.
So that's good. So go support everyone. Hey, dude he dipped in just for a second, but let's go over to who Kendama USA chose for this month's player of the month.
Oh, the
Maybe
Doster.
Ryan, you have some more. Yeah.
The Doster.
Nick, drummer.
Yeah.
You guys knew my voice was cracked. Drummer 20.
Yeah, Nick. Nick is such an awesome dude. He really is. I love that dude. Such a true Kendama nerd.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, come on. He had a podcast back in the day. I don't know if he still maybe thinks about doing it. But like,
they do it like once in a while, but like all of them are kind of busy. So like, I can't really fault them.
Yeah.
About not being able to do it and all that kind of stuff.
As I am fucking just slacking.
We're all we all have projects.
Things are moving at a nice turtle pace, you know. Tortoise in the hair, you know. You don't want to go too fast sometimes.
Hey, you gotta leave a little trail, little kiss of like, oh, you could get the whole thing, but you know, not yet, you know.
So I've heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Nick used to work for you guys for Kendama USA?
Yes, yeah. Nick used to work for us. Let's see. It was 2017, maybe 16. He worked with us before I started making them. So like, It was like before I moved and everything. So like it, yeah, I want to say it was like 2016 or 17. So when he was like working for us, and he was like helping out with like some like stuff that we had like planned on doing, kind of like a school stuff that we, you know, like every Kendama company kind of goes to a school and does like a show,
demos,
like, yeah, and like help out. Nick was a really big part of that, and he was helping with a lot of other stuff that I didn't fully know about because he was at one part, I was in the warehouse doing warehouse stuff and photo stuff, so like we didn't super cross paths, but yeah, he worked for us and did some good work.
Well, dude, the first shout out is to you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I can't even scroll through these comments.
For coming to my jams at KSU and introducing me to so many people.
Oh, I thought you meant on like the chat here. I was gonna be like, oh, hi, Lisa. Oh, see, hi, Lisa. Yeah, because like back in the day, like, so like Frazier did a lot of the jams, and then I kind of took over for a little bit, and then like some stuff came up, and Nick really took it and ran with it and became what the Georgia Kendama scene is now. And yeah, he yeah, I just remember showing up to the KSU jams, and like, so that's a local college that like a lot of people go to, and like I used to work for them too part-time, and like so I was there like a decent amount, so I was like, I'll show up, like, sure, why not, like, and it like it kind of gives me more of a time to like play Kendama. So yeah, Nick had like a really good time. Sometimes we got kicked out of places because we weren't technically supposed to be there. I think there was like one time that we showed up to a mall and started jamming. Yeah, we were doing hoodlum things, you know, and like get kicked out by cops and harassed. I remember one time we had a summer series. It got like it got escalated way too far. We were at the Dr. Martin Luther King Memorial, and I talked to the people like, hey, do you mind if we jam here, like right on the sidewalk and everything? And this one security cop did not get the memo whatsoever. I even had emails with all the like other people, and he was just like, you got to get your ass out of here now, or I'm going to put you in a headlock and throw you out. Like, this guy was just like, I'm an ex-Marine. I'm just like, bro, there is kids with, or not kids, but like we're young adults with toys. Like, what are you getting aggro about? Like, none of us are coming at you. And like he was like talking to us like, this is disrespectful for what this man did. I'm like, dude, are you looking at all the people around here? There's minorities from every walks of life here. Like, what do you mean we're being disrespectful? We're kind of like doing what Dr. King wanted. Like, everybody come together and like be happy. And, like, what are you talking about? But I mean, that's a little off topic, but like back to like Nick, sorry. But yeah, so we got like kicked out of a couple places here and there, but like every week we always just try to find a new spot, and Nick always try to keep them like super relevant and up and like constant. So like yeah, shout out to Nick, you know, always trying to do it now.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's so cool. And you know, to see that he has been such a big part of the Georgia Dama community there, having a hand, dipping his toes into Kendama USA as well. So it seems like it makes sense, and it's almost like about time, kind of, to have him spotlighted.
To give him that shout out, yeah, absolutely, bro, absolutely. Nick, you know, it's kind of a bummer because we always talk about it. We're like, Dama Fest, let's bring back Dama Fest, and like we haven't like been able to really, because like we always have like a lot of stuff going and everybody's kind of busy, but like Nick started up the ATLO, and like, you know, that kind of brings it back to like one of the birthplaces of Kendama. Like, it's nice that we have a jam here, and like, you know, shout out Nick for trying to always keeping it going. Even like during the pandemic, he tried to really like maybe we'll do like an online thing, and like, you know, so like it's just better that we all get together and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, in person, it's definitely different. But hey, you got to do with what you gotta do.
That's true. Yeah, you can't fault nobody.
Okay. So let's keep it Kendama USA and talk about, hey, ZMags 77 has posted.
Heard about that guy?
About Powder Clear. Now, it's not a new kind of foundation for your face to keep you nice and powdery looking.
Nice and fresh like this. Yeah, I dig.
Oh, man. So it looks like, because I think more and more people have been going back to making in-house paints. Now, this is something that not many of the older companies did. Of course, Sweets is very well known for that. But, we had artists, painters.
Yeah, artist series. Oh, I love
who
them.
were like, had a big, heavy hand in creating this kind of like sticky paints where people were like, oh, this is dope. I like this tack to it. Maybe that word tack was bigger back then instead of like sticky or grippy. It was tacky shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like when MASH came out with it, you're just like, this is cheating. What the hell is this? Like, yes, I don't want this. I want gloss.
Because at the time, it totally was cheating. All we had was all JKA, Ozoras, and TKs, and oh man, what have you. But here, first batch of the powder clear. So is this something? Let's hear it from KUSA head. Mm-hmm. Is this something that is going to be personal just for ZMags, for the mags to put out?
As far as
testing,
I know,
prototypes.
It's just more him, like, kind of just want to get his hand into it. Is it something that KUSA's going to take? I don't know. You know what the sadder part is? I'm his roommate. He moved into my house here in Atlanta, and I don't even know the full story. So, like, like I'm sitting like 20 feet from this MFR, and I'm just like, he's just like, what do you think about this? I'm like, oh yeah. And he's just like, all right, cool. And like, I don't know what's in it or anything like that, but like, as far as I know, he wants like to have like a coat. I don't know if he wants to use it with KUSA, or if he wants to do it on his own, kind of like what Adrian's doing. But I think it'd be sick if like KUSA kind of got into that game a little bit.
Definitely, yep.
That we're not just relying on sticky or silk or matte or whatever you want to call it, from China. I also want to give a shout out to the old Terra paint. That was really good paint. So
this was going to be my next question. Did you have you played this powder clear? Because
yes,
it does definitely have that matte finish. It looks gritty.
Yes,
very similar to the Terra paints. I have 2 of them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's
that kind of like eggshell, kind of blackboard-y feel to the hand. How
do I describe this? It kind of gave me a mixture of a little bit of the old Yumu Super Paint. It would also give me a mixture of a little bit of the Terra, but it has this grittiness, like powder. Like, I have no idea what he's doing, keeping me in the dark in a sense, which is fair because like there's stuff I don't tell him that I do, but it's whatever.
It's better that way. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't need to know. But like, so like it has that texture. It's very rough, very gritty. The people who have come over and played it, because I'll just watch certain people like whenever they come, because he wants people to test it out before he like makes more batches. He's already sold a few for like people to like test out. And I've seen some of the wildest shit already on that paint. I'm just like, okay, cool. He might be onto something, honestly. He might be on to the next cushion. He might be on to the next Super Paint Terra, old school silk, MASH kind of thing. Yeah. I think he might be. So, like, I'm excited to see what happens next and, like, how it's going to, like, evolve a little bit more. Because, like, from the very first one he did to the most current one he did last week, and I was just like, wow, that complete 180. So, like, let's see where it goes. So,
hey, there you go, everyone.
I wish I had more info, but like I just like, keep your eyes out, see what it's going on.
Dude, no, but it definitely reminded me of like the Terra, just the look of it, that like powdery kind of name that he added to it, and but I was surprised with it's like because there's a few shots if you go on his account, everyone you can see him, but it reminded me of like or it didn't remind me. I thought of the Terra paint, and for me, it was like hit or miss. Usually in the colder temperatures, it got very slick, but with the humidity when it was getting hot in the summer times, that's when like that grippiness kind of came out. And I remember talking with Rod too, And he was like, yo, it depends on who painted it too. He's like, what color did you get? He's like, oh no, yeah, Smith paints that one. He doesn't put so many layers. He's like, if you do the shit, you get the shit that I paint. He's like, I fucking slather that shit on there.
Take that, Smith. Paint that.
Right? Oh,
wasting
man.
all his time hand turning stuff, trying to master that craft.
Well, who knows? You know, maybe Smith is just used to making that the battle scar. That was also an awesome idea.
Oh God!
Maybe you wanted it a little thin. You know?
Yeah, true. Hey, he's got ideas, man. You need to watch out.
Exactly. Maybe some that even could be brought back. It's been such a long time that, you know, there's so many new people in the scene who would probably be down for it.
Every time I talk to Alex or Kristen, I'm just like, Terra paint? Like, what's going on? Like, you guys doing bashes anytime soon? And they're like, no, we're too busy with other things. I'm like, God, I want a freshie. For like a modern day shape.
Modern day, yeah. I believe I have like 2 or 3, and probably like 2 of them have egged.
Yeah,
you know?
I can kind of tell with so I got one of Rod's first hand turned ones, and somebody traded me, and they didn't know that it was a Terra painted, so I was just like, and it was like, but like nowadays I can see it because it's like 6 years old or something like that now, so it's like. It is slightly egging. I'm like, no.
Yep. You do the test where you just like put it on the big cup and like see if it wiggles a little bit, spin it around. And where's the wiggle? It's the worst.
Every time I get a Tama, every time I gotta try that out. Like,
yep.
It's the
Even
only
it's not
test
Easter,
I really know.
Try it out.
Yeah. I like eggs. What can I say?
Okay, let's go over to Crypt Kendamas now. Ryan, I don't know if you checked out last weekly Dama news that me and Ryland did, but Crypt Kendamas was a new brand that I just picked up very recently, made an account on IG, and only have a handful of posts, and they've released a picture of what their Ken looks like. Even a Tama that goes with it has a very interesting design. What's the dude? Ghost? What's the dude in your area? The artist who...
Oh, Ghost Town.
Ghost Town, that's what it was.
Colin.
So I'm not sure. It has that kind of same kind of vibe. Maybe like,
I see it.
Like Mr. Cuphead. Is that what it is? The Cuphead, the game, kind of old school, like 1930s. What is that, like 30s? Yeah. Like rubber hose, ball rubber hose.
Toy.
Yeah.
I see their account now. Yeah. You know what? I saw these guys. I was hanging out with Alyssa, and she was just like, have you ever heard of this company? And I was just like, no, what is it? And then we went on, because they just started on, I think we saw it on Discord or Reddit. We were just like looking at it, and I was just like, what in God's name is this? And like, now that they have something, because all they had was the logo last time I saw it, and I was just like, Crypt Kendama, never heard of it.
Right.
So yeah.
Crypt Keeper?
I mean, that'd be sick, actually. I don't think their logo doesn't really do a good job. It'd be just cool to be having the old school Crypt Keeper looking.
I mean, yeah, you know, that definitely goes there, but it definitely connects to the Crypt vibes of, you know, being horror-esque, coming from the depths of hell even. But it's very interesting how there's a few different, how it's gone into a complete genre for the company. You know, they have made a staple for kind of brand image, which is kind of a good idea, because there's a lot of new brands coming out. And see, everyone wants to try to stand out in some ways. And this is one way that they could do it. And you look at their Kens, everyone, I'm not sure if it doesn't have any information about if this is like their normal Ken, if this is going to be a standard type thing, if they have other options. But a lot of people have gone with this like extreme swoop action. As well as making stuff chunky. People want stuff chunky.
Yeah.
Seems like.
I think more people have like bigger hands nowadays, is what I'm kind of picking up from that. And because like I was just like talking to some other players, just like thinking about like designs and all that kind of stuff, and they were just like, yeah, thick for my hand. I'm like, I got a small man hand. I got a child hand. So like, I like the skinnier stuff, honestly. But
yeah.
And I'm looking at their photo right now. Do you remember the quill? What is the name of that shape?
Yeah. That now that you mention it, one of the quills.
Yeah, it's one of the
very very fat like that.
Yeah, and they're not doing it anymore. I was talking to Kevin. I was just like, "Are you ever bring those back?" Because I really liked how it flicked in my hand. He's like, "That's funny that you say that because a lot of people hated how it flicked in their hand." I was like, "I love it. I think it's just like, I think it's interesting. Maybe because I have smaller hands, so like I'm just like kind of just like flicking it. I'm like, my thumb kind of goes in there like perfectly, so I really like it that way."
Yeah. So, but there you go, everyone. This is new stuff. So be on the watch from the crypt.
Also, I want to say, I think it's kind of interesting too. A lot of newer companies are starting off with plied pieces. Like if you look in their photo, they have a purple heart with ash. So like, I think that's kind of interesting. Like back in the day, we're just like, oh, one piece of wood, please. And now it's just all, let's get what's the craziest design in there.
Yeah. Once one person, opens up the box, then they figure out like, oh, I could do it like this. I could do it like that. And then, all these companies are having that option where you can try them out. And a lot of people are enjoying it. But a lot of people, of course, want a lunar Dama, which is like we did back in the day, too. And that's what like GT was instead of, that's why the swoop was there, everyone. But it's having this sticky paint. So this is just figuring out a different way to add more weight to the Sarado. And I'm sure that there's, if you see that, again, the swoop is huge. I don't know if I can call it a swoop technically. Trademark or not, I don't know. There's probably a booty hole.
That's trademark too. Yeah. Get ready to get a cease and desist, bro.
but yeah, Loon, and that splice, that's thick. That is a thick piece of wood.
They want you to know you can do lunars on there.
So very interesting to see. So let's keep an eye out for that one. What else? I'm almost running out. I think my last one, everyone, is Kendama Depot. Last time I mentioned that he is starting up some sort of audio podcast, some chat with some buddies. Yeah, over in the Northeast. So this first one just happened yesterday, and he was hanging out with Ezra. Nice. From sponsored by No Jumper.
Okay,
and
right on.
Seems like it was like a good, what is that, 113 minutes? Someone do the math. I hate numbers. Talk with Ezra. Yeah, come on.
Almost 2 hours.
I was about to say, you're big in watching movies, Ryan. What is that?
120 minutes? That's about 2 hours?
Yeah. What movie is that?
What movie?
Almost calm. Yeah.
Man. Now I feel bad that I'm not going to know.
Imagine if you know movies by the length. Okay. It's all right. It's not like Das Boot or some shit. Yeah.
I don't have the hours for Das Boot. Still haven't knocked it out yet.
So cool to see. So, more people are creating Dama content that is different, that is other than just doing tricks.
Yes.
Something that can help us understand different minds of Kendama players, different communities, learn about maybe history, learn about just things that you can do to improve your play, or so many different things. So it's really cool to see that the other MJ, is creating some cool stuff. So be on the lookout, everyone. I'm not sure if he's posting anywhere after the Instagram lives, but
I kind of hope so, because when during the pandemic, I would just listen to Dama Nerds and Cafe Kendama, because you guys would put it I couldn't always catch the live stream for Dama Cafe, and you guys have always been very if you're on Patreon you get it first, or if you get it on all the other ones. But I would when I was working alone, I always just had that in the background. So that's awesome, and I hope they do put it on a system, because
so you can just listen to the audio while you do whatever.
I love it. I love listening to everybody's Dama podcast, because it's always interesting to hear different perspectives, and especially Michael has been around for a while and Ezra's been around for a while, so it's nice to hear just not like the big dog Kendama players kind of thing. It's good to hear like these guys who've been around for a very long time, like myself, and like that kind of thing. And hear their perspective. So I love that.
Right. Especially in like, again, East Coast. I feel like, especially in Northeast, the scene hasn't really like moved compared to especially like West Coast.
Agreed. And it's like kind of interesting that we're all on the East Coast, but we're very separate on that front, which is kind of funny. But like, I know there's like a lot of, like, if they throw an event, I know like a lot of people from like lower, like the East Coast tries to go to it. And like, I know some of the Northern East Coast tries to go to the Southern East Coast stuff. So like, it's cool, like very supportive of each other. I feel like that's what I've gotten from it. Like,
yeah.
But like, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Like the Northeast hasn't really blown up like I feel like it should, because that scene seems huge. But like,
you would think so, right?
I
don't know what it is. There's something about the mentality of the Northeast. Maybe it's all the winter, those cold areas. Yeah. Of course, we have players coming out of New York City and whatnot, but there's also maybe more of a kind of worry or eyes from the masses looking at adults playing with wooden toys and kind of looking down upon the whole thing, thinking it's whack, thinking it's stupid. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Just do drugs and drink alcohol with the cool kids,
You could do that too and play a toy. I'm just saying. Why do we have to put things in?
That's the kind of vibe that I have. I'm originally from Connecticut, like 40 minutes from Manhattan. So like I understand that concept, but at the same time, I was never a Kendama player in America.
Right. You became a Kendama player when you moved, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes. So I'm still like very like curious. So that's why I think it's really cool for me to hear their side of the story, like you were saying.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to hear like what is it, because like I moved away from Connecticut when I was little, and like only visited like from time to time. But like when I got Kendama when I was in high school, I went up for a couple weeks before, and like I think like one or two people hit me up and they're like, "Oh my God, you're in Connecticut? Like, oh, you want to meet up and jam?" But like where my family lived in Connecticut was like way different. Like we're from the northern part. We're from like Hartford, and we lived in Windsor and all that kind of stuff. And like my family lives in that area near the Massachusetts side. And so I couldn't really meet up with them unless I borrowed somebody's car and like drove like an hour
5,
or something
6
like
hours.
that. So I'm just like, I would love to. It'd be sick, but like it's cool because it's always been like a little small. And I went there when that happened. It was like 2013, maybe 14-ish.
Yeah.
And so like just knowing that there was a small scene there, and now seeing it what it's become now, because I followed the Connecticut page. And like it's just cool because they do have meetups and they meet up and all of that. So like super shout out to them.
Yeah, right. So they're definitely doing it over in the Northeast. So hopefully it continues outside of in Connecticut as well as KenYC.
Yeah, KenYC.
Who else is? I mean, Ezra is from Jersey. He's New York.
Yeah, he's New York, and Michael is in Connecticut.
Yeah, exactly.
And
where's Massachusetts? Massachusetts? I would think Vermont would be like down,
I feel like I heard something about like a Vermont team. One time I swear, and I don't know what happened to it. I know I heard about somebody in Maine, and I was like, Maine? Wow.
Crabs
out there. I love it. Yeah. All they do is Kendama and crabs. That's all they know.
But yeah, like New Hampshire and stuff, like I wonder, like what is it? Is it with that cold? Who knows? Because I mean, maybe that's why, the Terra crew, they did move from Edmonton over to Vancouver. So, there's not much snow in Vancouver.
No, not really, from what I've seen.
Yeah,
that's a good question. I wonder what it is, because like
but then you go to Seattle and there's plenty of players.
Yeah, I also want to say like maybe because, I mean, also I'm not a freaking what do you want to call it? Map person. I want to say geologist, but that's not a geologist.
Oh, we got in the chat. Yo, the
somebody
X-Large is from Maine.
Oh, see, I knew there was somebody there. I knew it.
Lobster, crab, fuck.
See, I knew it.
I've been out of the States too long. Yes, it is lobster. Sorry, dude.
Oh, it's lobster. Oh, yeah, Maine lobsters. Yeah, that's a good
yeah, it makes
Delaware's the crab.
So,
Delaware's crab.
But yeah.
But yeah, like, fuck, what was
very interesting to think about. Yeah, the cold.
I was gonna say, like, is everybody not close to each other? Now I don't know, like the problem here in the South is everything you have to drive to. So like, is it kind of the same thing up north a little bit? That's what I get, kind of that feel. Like the cities aren't as close. So like, I don't know about on like the West Coast, like how close everybody is, but like we're all spread out on the East Coast, but we still make it a try to get together kind of thing.
As much as possible. Yeah, exactly. But if it's like, dude, I don't know. I guess everyone has their own kind of, limits of how far they would like to travel. I would definitely be like within an hour. You know, that'd be good. But especially if it's like just a jam. If it's an event, maybe. You know, I saw the last KenYC event that was happening after the Toy Fair. When was that? 2019. It was massive. Mm-hmm. Like they got kicked out of Grand Central because they were so huge, a huge group. So
didn't they get kicked out of two places?
I believe so. I think.
I feel like I heard that.
Ask Austin about that one, but yeah.
Austin, let me know, bro.
Let us know how many places you get kicked out. Hoodlums. So, geez, everyone. Well, that's it for this one. We hit up a nice hour. Good talk about different things that happened within this past week in Kendama. The things that we've noticed. Continue to enjoy this. If you're just logging and hanging out with us right now, later on this week, this will go up as a podcast and then later onto the YouTube as well. So, Ryan, your face is going to be on YouTube for everyone to enjoy for an hour.
I don't know if anybody's going to super enjoy it, but yeah. Maybe when I get
thanks.
They put like a
dude. Of course, dude. Yeah. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for it's kind of all of a sudden, but thanks for taking the time for today.
Dude, thank you.
Join me.
I really appreciate it. Yeah, I want to join you on something else sometime soon. Oh man. I want to talk to you because I like talking to you, man. You got always like interesting things to say, so I'm always interested.
Hells yeah! Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Well, all right, man. Well, at that, we're going to say, have a good day, everyone. Enjoy whatever holiday it is that you are enjoying right now today.
You too.
And
nighttime.
Have a good rest of the week. Good sesh. Everyone, keep it clean.